Hello, friends, and welcome to a very special Goats and Dragons Forever Blue Endless Gold.
Forever boo.
I'm getting over a cold, so if I sound funny or weird, that's why. And I'm also hopped up on some cold medicine, so brain is, kind of whatever. I am Andrew Gilbert. I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and tonight I am with Rev, who plays the dwarf Honin in our little game. Say hi, Rev.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Rev. I play Honin, the dwarven cleric of the forge. Just trying to get home.
Yeah, very good. Also, certainly check out the Crit Show podcast, where you can find Rev and all the dealings that Rev does.
Yeah, all kinds of powered by the apocalypse games, indie games. We're playing Fate right now for a season.
Oh, dope. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, and pronouns. What pronouns do
He,
you
him.
prefer?
Yeah.
Dope. And I also have Adam here, who plays the Harengon Dash.
Hi, everybody. Excited to be here for part 3 of this story.
Of this one shot. Yeah.
It's almost like forever and endless could describe the game,
Sure.
or the amount of time between sessions, or I don't know. As Andy indicated, my name is Adam. I use they, them, or he, him pronouns. And yes, I played Dash, who started in session 1 as an elderly, quite rotund Harengon bard, the jester of the court of whatever his name was, the king who's dead now.
Feldspar.
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 My liege.
Dash was very close to Feldspar. He did not forget his name. Adam did. And in session 2, having returned to the Fey realm from which he kind of originated, he was kind of transformed magically into a younger, like 19-year-old version of himself. So he's feeling spry and. Oh, this is what I was going to say before stream. How about, because we were talking about in the last session the kind of trial that we were in
Yeah.
the Feywild. So I'm thinking like we should come up with like a parody of the Night Court theme, but change it to Sprite Court.
It's pretty good.
Thanks, Rev.
That's pretty good. I'll accept it. Elise played Astor, the Asimar, right?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Hello. My name is Elise. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am playing Astor, who's an Asmar paladin. So if you watch Curse of Strahd, you get to see me play 2 paladins.
Dope.
Yeah, let's go. Let's hit some things with a different weapon.
Wonderful. A couple mechanical things about the game. These 3 haven't really leveled up necessarily, but they've all kind of come into their own, accepting a little bit of power. So we have Astor as Basmanut's champion, a dragon moon god. And so Elise's character has a few more powers there. Honin has become the master of the forge, and has some really cool citadel specific powers. And Dash has come into their own as a jester of the world. And some of those powers are heightened for them as well. And I think everyone is, around level 14. So it's kind of a higher level little one-shot that we're playing here, that we're 10 hours into already. I can't do one-shots. I can only do 2 or 3 shots. I got to stop trying to do one-shots. but that's
You
fine.
did successfully do a
That's-
one shot, Andy.
Did
the,
I?
The Gatbooten incident. The Gatbooten incident was a
That
one
was
shot.
like 5 hours though. I don't. It probably shouldn't have been a one shot, but anyway. Yeah. Everyone. We okay. So it's possible, I guess. I just need to be better. And we haven't played this particular one shot in 2 years. Because we were waiting for the campaign to kind of catch up to where these individuals are and are going to be, and the main campaign is taking its time. But in the last hours of the main campaign, that's where sort of we're gonna pick up this one as well, and we start in the Feywild. A wondrous, beautiful, dangerous place. It is filled with whimsy and magic. It is filled with waterfalls that shoot up from the ground instead of fall from higher cliffs. This is where the citadel of Bovalia has found itself rooted and stuck, as it was trying to escape the fire elemental invasion of Bovalia and to save the city itself. Dash had teleported that citadel away from the material plane entirely into the Feywild. However, upon getting here, the court of the stranger found perhaps these individuals liable for parking a giant citadel in one of their most sacred waterfalls, and so began to, in the stranger's fey court, hold court for these individuals. And then this was the session that we played last time. Honin was able to escape, trick a few guards into helping him sort of restart the magics of the castle. He has the ring that Dash also used to teleport everyone here. So Honin is basically ready to take this citadel back to the material plane and join the fight again, now that there is no threat of an elemental invasion from the citadel itself. Holding then court, Dash and Astor were sentenced to combat, and then when that wasn't fulfilling the whimsy of the judge was going to have them executed anyway. But Astor and Dash escaped, though Dash, we should mention, was charmed in the process. And that charm will in some ways compel him to attempt to steal that ring back and give it to the stranger himself. So, bit of a recap. But, friends, we are going to begin. Let's begin with Astor. Flying through the pink leaves of the forest here, Astor makes their way devilishly quick, sneaky, running from the law, up the trodden trail of this place to the waterfall that is arcing over the citadel and to the citadel itself. Immediately, you'll notice that the doors are closed and locked, but with your wings, you could fly in any window that you see open. What would you like to do as you approach your home for so many years?
Just making sure. I think Dash is fine on his way, doesn't need an assist here, right?
Correct.
As far as I know. Okay.
Yes.
Then I guess I would pick a window that looks like it opens into a reasonably stable, because it's pretty beat up and falling apart, right?
The citadel?
Yeah.
It is, though perhaps you notice that it almost looks like it's beginning to repair some of those cracks and some of the damage from the battle that occurred here. Yeah.
I think, yeah, I would then I would pick a place that is going to get me on a route to Honin's forge.
Excellent. All right. Yeah, fly in second story on the eastern side, or what the eastern side tower. You light in the halls of this place, great stone halls that, even in this new, sweetly sick-smelling world, there's a musk to these halls that belies pipe smoke of many airs, or the sweat of soldiers running through these halls, and there is something immediately familiar about it. You can't help but notice some dust, a few things out of place, and there's something in you still that would like to just tidy everything up and just make it perfect. But you settle your thoughts because there are more pressing matters. As you're making your way down the hall to the forge, which already all the way down the hall you can see lights from the brilliant fire of this place, you pass a section of wall that, as you pass it, you hear behind you the moving of stone and the reshaping and forming of a hinge, of a door of wood. And as you turn around again, you now see a door in a place where there has never been a door, that to your knowledge.
Okay. I think we should make sure this is safe and enemies won't come through it. So I'm going to take a second to check and see what's on the other side of the door.
All right. The door unlatches as you move to touch it. And it begins to slowly open, and it opens out toward you. Peering in, it's dark. Do you have dark vision? I imagine you do.
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
Then in this gray, silvery tones of dark vision, you can see into the dark here, and you see maybe 20 or so children holding instruments, flutes, violins. One of the small children is a turtle who takes the bow of their violin and puts it up at you as if it's a sword. And you see a hand of an older woman sort of push them back against the wall a little bit. And you are confronted with a person that you know is one of the event coordinators of this place. And for the Pax Seculum, this amazing time of peace celebration that was happening the night that this disappeared. This is one of the choral directors and one of the music directors that made an event that now you remember in the back of your head was a bunch of school children coming into the Citadel to play for the king and the court. It appears to you that somehow the Citadel itself has hidden them, and is now, with the Citadel being occupied by friendly faces once again, easing some of those restrictions. You're not sure how that happens, but
Right.
here we are.
I think Astor has a bit of, if I scroll down, Andy, all of my things are just further down on the page. I just didn't keep scrolling. But that's
Wonderful.
great. I think Astor has like a checklist. They contingency plan night and day. So I think they kind of have a checklist of things that they do to ensure that they're not being tricked when they're presented with something that seems different than they expect. So
Yeah.
I would like to investigate the scene in front of me and make sure it is not an illusion. I will touch the door. I will touch things. I will ask a question of the court director things that would help me determine, is this an illusion meant to trick me into walking into a room, falling into a trap?
Perfect. Give me a perception check, and or investigation if you'd rather.
Let's see what those are. Okay. Perception.
Also, it should be noted for everyone while we're doing this, Roll20 just isn't working tonight for some reason. So
we
we've
are
printed out,
old
and we're
school math.
we're old school
Math,
math rocks. Yeah.
Okay, I'm +4 on investigations.
All right.
Go investigation. I rolled a 19 on the die. That is a 23.
Ooh, 23. With a 23, you look for the common signs of illusion. You are a high-ranking member of the court. You are, to spot illusion has been drilled into you. Your uncle Alba, who had your position prior to you, told you some of the signs to commonly look for. You see none of those common signs. You simply see and feel and hear and smell actual children being hidden in a room that you didn't know existed.
Do I know the choral director's name? Did you tell me? Sorry.
No, not at all. This choral director, it's hard to kind of remember their name. You sort of just remember people's positions more sometimes. But it was like Canny or Connie or something like that.
Okay, yeah. So Astor will be like, oh gosh, Connie? Is it Connie? So sorry.
Oh, it's Canny. It's okay.
Canny. Hi, Canny. Rough day.
Oh, you're telling me. I'm so happy
Are
to see you,
you-
Esther.
Okay.
We're okay. Strange. We hid in this room. The door disappeared. But there was a table of snacks that sort of came out from the wall. It's very, very strange, but we're totally fine. We've been safe.
But this room didn't used to be in this hallway.
I don't believe it did. This should be right
So
off of... And she kind of looks out the door. Yes, this was right off of... This was one of those small closets that was right off of that main foyer.
Okay. We're working on... So, you've been in here the whole time?
Yes, for hours.
Okay. Yeah. So we are not in a safe place. The Citadel is healing, it seems. But I don't think that means come out and explore. I think that means wait and let me go talk to Honin, because I think something's happening that's good for us. I hope.
Okay.
How many kids are there?
21.
So now we just have 21 kids. We got to get home safe, Andy. Thanks for that. Great. I look at the kids and I'm like,
Hey, honestly, it wasn't me that put them in here. There was another game that we played that was on for Pax Seculum that all of a sudden had a bunch of kids go to the Citadel.
got it.
And
Was
got it.
you can blame my sketch comedy troupe for that. That was the game that Georgia and Madeline and I played.
Okay.
It's
All right.
these. There should be 2 turtle children in there that are the sons of Madeline's character. So when we were playing
it's
that
personal
game,
whether or not we save these children.
Well,
it is.
I don't know.
But when we were
if
playing
she
that game, I don't think she was really kids.
I don't think she cared for the kids.
She was role playing her character being quite like over them.
Yeah.
But I was freaking out knowing that they were going to the Citadel. I was like, "Oh my god, there's going to be a fire elemental attack there!" My character isn't.
Okay. So Astor's like, hi, kids.
Hi.
Yeah. We're working on making things safe. All you have to do is stay here and listen to Miss Canny. We'll help make sure that things are safe for you. But it's a just leave it to the adults. Please don't
Okay.
go off on your own for now.
Okay. Do you need help? Because I can fight.
No, no, I don't. I'm like probably like bloodied from the fight earlier.
Yeah.
Um, also, Astor is like tall, muscular, like wears like a full plate with a helmet and everything. So this would,
Yeah.
so Astor like looks at this kid who's like, I can fight, and is please leave it to those of us who have already sworn our oaths. But I appreciate the offer, and yeah, just hang tight. I will be back. I'll be back. I'm a person of my word.
Astor, thank you.
So, yeah.
Appreciate it. We'll be fine.
Okay. Yep. I close the door.
Okay.
And I sprint towards the forge.
Sprint toward the forge. Dash, you come up on the citadel. It takes you very little effort in your current form to bounce off a couple of the ramparts of the outside of the citadel and into a window on the second floor. Where would you like to go in the citadel?
You mentioned, I think, before the stream started, that there were a couple of the advisors, Balo and Chimera,
Yes.
that were. Where are they?
You last saw them in the town. Balo is also being tried for whatever laws being broken here.
That's where the trial was out in the town.
Yes.
Let's see.
Chimera did disappear. They're in Arakokra, and they were able to escape, but you don't know where they are. Balo was caught and in chains last time you saw him.
Yeah. And he was maybe Feldspar's lover.
Yeah.
But and he was in chains presumably because he was like
Fighting
not
back,
being
probably.
a model prisoner.
Right.
Cool. Well, I don't think Dash can really think about that or consider going back to the town. I mean, I think Dash's goal is just to follow Astor to wherever he thinks Astor was headed, which I think would be is the teleportation room.
Maybe.
Or
Yeah. You want to head there?
yeah.
Okay. Honin, you notice something as Vanille is straightening up the forge in a way that you've taught her over the years. You notice something interesting. The forge itself is the ceiling is about 30 feet tall. It's for such a squat man as yourself. There's just a cavernous ceiling to this place, and there is a function to it. The way in which the air begins to cool parts of the forge does require this kind of architecture. And the more decorative element of this is on the western wall. There is or what used to be the western wall, there is a circular stained glass design. And as Astor begins to darken the door of the forge here, you are staring up at this design and you realize it's repairing some of the glass work, and it's changing the design slightly. And you're just watching the castle itself begin to heal and morph a little bit of its structure in here.
Can I tell what the shape is starting to look like? Like, what was it before? Was it like the seal? Was it the king? Was it?
It was a depiction of one of So Feldspar, one of the reasons he was called the Lucky Dragon was because of his connection to Bosmanute, but also he's the only individual that had ever fought Ragnar, the Red Dragon, and fought him to a stalemate, stealing some of that Red Dragon's fire to create this forge itself. That's what was depicted up in that stained glass circle. It's now beginning to sort of morph and shape into probably more of a depiction of the battle that occurred here. The first figure that you make out is a very rotund rabbit folk who is dashing away from, you're guessing from the colors, fire elementals.
I think I look to Astor as they're making their way in. Well, that's interesting. Seems the castle's decided there's a different thing it's going to depict as an important moment in its history now.
Yeah, it also hid a group of 21 children and then moved them into the hallway up in the east wing. And so just flagging for future consideration that we have 21 children to reunite with their parents or guardians or something once we get home. Are we getting home?
Yeah, which is not just the 5 of us.
It's plus the choral director, 22 more. Also,
Yeah.
5, are you thinking of Chimera and Balo? Because Balo's definitely being tried by the judge right now.
Oh, are we just gonna leave him?
I don't know, are we? I don't have a plan.
Look, listen, this thing works.
Okay.
I can make it leave, I think, like right now.
Okay, and it's everyone inside the castle who will get teleported?
That's my understanding, unless maybe if they've got like some kind of magical connection to the castle. I mean, maybe we could reach out to them if they do have some kind of connection to it, so they'd get pulled along with. I don't exactly know magic outside of what's in these walls.
I could try to go get Balo. I mean, it doesn't feel right to just leave the 2 of them.
Yeah. No, I agree.
We also should
Okay.
worry about Dash, no? Dash is somewhere.
Dash is following. Dash is on his way.
This is
Following
Vanille,
me. Oh,
by the way.
yes. Hi, Vanille. So that's another thing you should know. We were on trial. Were you there for that part? I can't remember. We were on trial, and then we were put into a fighting ring, and then I was still put on trial, and I said I was going to be right back, and then I fled. So going back to get Balo, not going to be easy for me.
Honin, where is the ring currently?
I think it's just in my pocket.
Okay. And Vanille asks, like, by what method can we just poof?
Well, I've got everything going. I've got the ring. I know where the spell activates from. I think those 3 things combined together.
Astor, as you run up toward the forge ahead of you, the doors open and you hear voices talking on the inside. That's strange. One of them sounds like you.
I'm going to once again go through my methodical investigation of what I am seeing, hearing, perceiving, and making sure that it is in fact truth and not illusion.
Please give me a perception check as you rush down the hallway.
One's a 21. Oh, this is investigation, not perception. Do you need it to be
Sure.
perception?
No, that's fine too. Yeah.
Okay. 21 investigation.
All right. As you darken the doorway of the forge, you see you standing there talking to Honin
okay. Yeah.
and Vanille.
Oh, good.
There doesn't seem to need to be much more. Something here is an illusion. And
Okay.
it's difficult to understand what's happening.
I'm going to
Honin, you also now see Astor come in to the door.
I'm bonking fake Astor over the head.
Okay. Give me an attack roll. Yeah, as you rush in.
Oh, I can't click that. Okay. I don't know what my weapon is, Andy. I don't know. It's a plus 11 though, so I'm just gonna roll.
Okay.
Do I have any type? I mean, it's against my own armor class, which is 20 plus my heart. Okay.
You do have a
Yeah. That's
longsword.
26.
That's a defender longsword.
That's what I used. 26 to attack myself.
Okay. That will hit. Give me some damage.
Okay. 1d8 plus 6 slashing. That's so little. Okay, 10 plus. Yeah, just 10. 10 slashing.
All right.
What happens to fake Astor?
You rush in, slash Astor in the back as she screams, backs up toward Vanille, pulls out sword and shield, and looks to Honin and Vanille. Honin?
I'm going to cast Zone of Truth.
Immediate zone of truth.
Yeah.
Will
Like,
you
something's wrong
automatically
here.
Astor, would you automatically fail or
I choose to fail.
choose to fail? All right. You get the sense that both of these individuals choose to fail.
No.
What's going on here?
Good. I love that for us.
Vanille has a rapier in her hand already, and she's looking to you. Which
Who are you?
one?
I'll point to the one who came in second.
Okay.
I'm Astor, and I attacked this whatever because that's not me. And if they were here talking to you, then they're trying to trick you into doing something or getting information out of you.
Okay, and who are you?
A question on Zone of Truth. Is it that they cannot tell a lie, or that they don't, or that you know that it's a lie?
I believe
I feel like it's like they can't.
they cannot speak a deliberate lie.
Okay.
So they can choose not to speak, but they cannot speak a lie.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one says, "No, look at me. I am Astor. Am I not?"
No, you're not. Can you please listen?
Listen. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm thinking.
What were you were about to lie about something?
Yeah.
Is that why you can't speak now?
I can't.
I think
can't lie
we
about
know.
things. I can't lie.
I think we
Holocaust
know.
cast Zone of Truth.
That's what I'm saying. You can't say anything. You're about to lie. That is not Astor.
Now, you said, look at me. I'm Astor. You didn't say, I am Astor.
I don't understand.
Clearly,
what are you
there's
getting
some
at?
kind of illusion going on.
You have a 19
Clearly.
intelligence score. You understand. If you're Astor.
Astor motions toward Astor number 2.
I'm sorry, Astor number 1.
Second one to arrive, let's say.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and say the divine oaths of my watcher oath of paladins. Go ahead. Under the zone of truth, swear those oaths.
She turns the sword over, kind of sticks it in front of her on the ground, places a hand on top of it, and flawlessly recites the oaths. And then looks at Honin. Astor number 2 attacks Honin.
Which one's Astor number 2?
You were Astor
That's
number
not
1.
me.
No, you were.
Okay. Okay, I have the defender.
Wait, what just happened?
The second
Defenders-
one to come
Did
in
you-
now immediately attacks Honin.
The one who
No.
No,
Yep.
because they've already spoken a lie if that's the case,
Did they?
which they can't do.
But
in
the
Zone of
second one to
Truth.
come in
Yeah.
is me.
Yeah,
Did
the second one to come
they?
in was her, and she said,
You-
"I am Master," and gave her backstory.
Do I? So you need me to roll an attack roll on Honin? Or are you
No,
gonna
I can do it.
I don't understand what's happening. Okay.
Yeah.
This seems like some Feywild shit.
Which Astor am I?
Yeah.
Wait, I need to know which Astor I'm playing.
The
That
actual
also
Astor
determines
is
which one did and didn't lie.
Astor number 1, the one I started
Okay,
to then
so
take over.
the one that you kind of played a little bit of there.
You
Okay.
were able to
Then, yeah, Astor
recite
number 2 has lied.
flawlessly. Astor number 2 seems to have lied, or there is some weird fuckery going on. Yeah, that should not be possible in a Zone of
Okay.
Truth spell.
Whichever Astor I'm playing is
Number 1.
going to use protection.
Okay.
Okay, the Astor who came in first or the Astor who came in second? Sorry, I need
The
to,
one that
I
came
can't-
in
that's how
first.
First entered the room.
Yep.
That's actually me.
Second, yes.
Entered the well. Okay, right, but that's the Astor I'm playing.
Yes, I just
Got it,
made
okay.
you play the fake Astor for a little
Yes,
bit.
I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. Okay, so I will use protection when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet of you. You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Disadvantage, you say?
Disadvantage, I say.
Wonderful. Does a 19 hit your armor class with disadvantage?
Me?
Yes, Honin.
No.
It doesn't.
21.
Excellent. Wonderful. Give me a perception check then, Astor.
Okay, sure. So 9.
You notice that this other Astor is fake. Partly
Out of
because
9, that's encouraging.
partly because they grow 2 more arms. As with a sword and shield they began to attack Honin, 2 more arms grew out of this Astor and began to try to search his pockets as they were close enough.
Understood.
Vanille immediately leaps at that one and is going to take a swing here. Cool. Doing 12 damage. Slicing with their rapier quickly, immediately through the air. Again, Honin in a stance that you've not taught this individual. They are calling upon a martial arts practice that is outside of your tutelage. And it's devilishly fast. It's beautiful. It's wonderful to see. But they stab through that individual. The blood that immediately comes out is a silvery goo that comes out, and they yelp in terror. They now drop the sword, drop the shield, and yeah, if you would like to, then Honin, do something, you are more than welcome.
Multiple arms, but still, do their arms look like Astor's arms?
The
extra
second,
arms?
the 2 extra arms, no, they look robed in the sort of the colors of Astor, but honestly, in the style of one of the individuals from the town.
I am going to heal the not 4-armed Astor.
Gotcha. All right, for how much?
That's a nominal question here.
At this point, Dash, you're heading toward those runes, but are beginning to hear commotion and fighting and yelling from somewhere now above you.
20.
20 hit points. Wonderful.
Don't know what my hit points were at prior to this, so we'll just say I needed that.
You had taken 16, I think, from your attack.
Oh, from my
Yeah.
own attack.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Are we in turn order here? Can I do something?
Please, yes. It would be your turn next.
I'd like to cast Moonbeam on this because Moonbeam forces shapeshifters to. Well, shapeshifters changers have disadvantage, and I think this is a shape changer. Okay, so I will cast Moonbeam. A silvery beam of pale light, 5-foot radius. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. So does that count as entering? I always forget this rule. It does not.
It doesn't if you cast it. But if it begins their turn there, then they'll go right after
it will
you. So
have to unless someone moves it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'll cast it, and then it's going to make a con save next on its turn.
Okay. Yeah, then it will immediately do that. 15?
It has disadvantage if it is a shape changer.
It is. You feel that disadvantage. All right.
Oh, and what's my spell save DC? Do I know?
Level 14, it should be like a 16 or a 17. I don't think a 15 is enough.
Charisma is +4. Okay, 9 plus 8. At least 7. I think it's 17.
Cool. Yeah. The shaped form immediately falls. You now see the judge of this town standing. He must have followed you from that area.
And he's gonna take 2d10 radiant as well.
Excellent.
So I'll roll that real quick. That's 9.
All right. With that, he's let's make an opposed acrobatics check, Honin, as he's with 4 arms attempting to feel every single pocket you have, and attempting to gather whatever is in there. You're looking to beat an 18.
I was going to say that's not bad. It's a 19.
Oh, dope. All right, yeah. With this, you back up a few steps, slapping all 4 of these arms away from the main pocket. Like, you know what this is going for, right? Like, you don't have to. You don't fucking care about your other pockets. That's fine. They can ruffle through those. Because you are so good at this, but you are defending one of the pockets, you maybe get a sense that now they kind of know where it is. However, this turn, they've been unable to grab it from you. They turn around and hiss at the others. Oh, I don't think that I like this very much. I hope that you don't punish me for being so bad, Astor. And at this dash, are you making your way to these sounds of combat?
Yes.
All right. Dash bolts into the room then as well. Dash, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. While I'm doing this, can you look at my... So Roll20 is working for me again.
Wow.
But my skills, like the value, like the bonuses, look kind of way off. Like they look too high.
You're a bard,
look
man.
and see?
No, bards. Bards have expertise. They have
Oh,
all kinds
am I
of
just
amazing
used
stuff.
to playing a rogue?
Yeah,
And I'm not used
Rogues
to playing
also
a
have
bard?
expertise.
they do. Like,
I know,
You have that in like
But I have to
sneak and stuff, but not performance and persuasion
I-
and perception.
Yeah, but like none of my skill values, all of them are like not one or two. Like it's all higher. I'm just not used to these numbers. But okay, wisdom save.
Sure.
Doing it.
Wonderful. Jeez.
19.
You immediately get the desire to help this creature and lunge at Honin, attempting to grasp back whatever ring that he's stolen from you. However, you are able to steel yourself from this, and for the moment at least, you shake it off. Feel free to act however Dash would want to act in this moment. You see the judge, four-armed, just kind of on top of Honin, reaching and grasping at him. Not necessarily attacking him, but yeah, fondling him certainly.
Oh.
That is a verb that you chose.
Chat has already asked, why is he making this a sexual thing?
Oh, well,
What is going on? We just killed a fucking fire giant. What are you doing?
you hear a hiss of, help me find it. It's here somewhere.
I
But
would
you
like
are-
to smite
Didn't
the
we-
judge.
Not currently compelled to do that.
Didn't we wasn't the fire giant like an actual threat to the town? Like
It was, yep.
we saved people.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
fucking
and then we were
judge.
put on trial for murder. It
Yeah.
wasn't fair.
This guy just wants to watch you die. He's tried to make that very clear to you. Because he also wants you to know it.
Okay. I can but I'm not currently obligated not to harm this person.
No. At the moment, you can do whatever you like.
I'm going to cast vicious mockery on the judge.
Okay.
Um,
That's a save for him, I believe. 13. I don't think that's gonna do it. You have viciously mocked him.
So, do I roll for the damage that he takes?
Yes.
I think it's 4d12. I will just do that. Let's see here. Ba-ba-ba-ba. 26 vicious mockery damage.
6 damage as your words cut deep into this four-armed individual. His mind struggles to not be incredibly hurt at your cutting words. He looks back at you, hisses, looks around, sees himself entirely outnumbered, already hurting quite bad. He's going to attempt to run away. Vanille's going to get an attack because Vanille's evidently amazing.
Do I also get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, hit me there, Astor.
Oh wait, did I burn my reaction? Hang on, let me double check. I might have burned action on that protection.
Oh, maybe.
Gotta find it. Can use your reaction. Yeah. So unless
Okay.
I don't think it's come back around to me, right? So
I don't
my reaction is
think
gone.
so. Yeah,
Or do we count it at top of rounds? Where does it reset?
on your turn.
Okay, then I don't have to.
But that rapier finds purchase again and another 10 damage. This thing is bleeding. Its mind is broken for a moment. It's going to scurry up the wall a little bit and then try to get past you, Dash. If you want to make an opportunity attack, feel free.
Yeah, I will try to I think with don't I have? Is it my Marot or I have a rapier?
Ooh.
But has my rapier been transformed into some kind of Feywild version of a rapier?
It has, yeah. It's a single thorn from a large pine tree. Sturdy,
Well,
Very
quite,
this
whimsical.
but
single pine tree thorn just did a critical hit on this judge.
oh,
Oh yeah. Let's go.
wonderful. Is there a critical hit table here? No, I don't think so. All right.
Do we manually adjust the amount of damage, or
It's your damage will be 2 times the dice of your normal attack, unless it did that automatically.
it unclear? Did it?
Roll 20 typically does roll crit damage, but I'm not
Okay.
in it, so I can't see.
It does. It does
It
look
seems like it,
that.
it did. Yeah. So 12
Yeah.
piercing.
12 piercing damage. Wonderful. The this thing is bleeding, leaving a trail of its silver blood as it's now scurrying across the ceiling in the hallway, attempting to escape. What would anyone else like to do?
I'll
I mean-
cast. Oh yeah.
Yeah, go for it. No.
Okay. Yeah, I will get up off the ground after this thing has. Did you say fondled me?
I did say that.
Yeah, you did.
So
I'm
go
gonna-
easy on him. Go easy on him.
I'm going to cast Wall of Fire
No!
where he's trying to go.
Wonderful. Just you immediately step into the hallway, and the hallway itself, the wall of fire. If you just send it straight down the hallway, like there is no escape. There is no corner of this hallway that would be free from that.
33 points of damage then.
33 points of damage. All right.
Can I reach this thing to attack with my longsword?
He doesn't save, so he takes all 33. He's incredibly hurt, and do you set like the wall of fire in front of him so that he has to backtrack toward you, or do you just want to
That
catch
was
him in
my
the
intent.
middle of this?
Yeah, my intent was to stop him from fleeing.
Wonderful. Yeah. So immediately, this wall of fire in front of him, he hisses and burns, and his blood sizzles as he drops down to the ground on all 6. He then looks at the rest of you. Astor, yeah, you could probably reach him before
Yeah,
this
he's dropped to the ground.
wall of fire
Oh, yeah.
hurts you.
Yeah. Cool. Then I'll step forward. Let me make sure my moonbeam. I think I have to use an action to move, so I will probably just
All right.
dismiss it. And I will go ahead and.
I think it's a bonus action to move the moon.
No, it's an action. I just checked. This is something we deliberated a lot when I play a druid, and moonbeam is bread and butter of druids, and it
Oh,
definitely
and
is
also-
OP if you have bonus action.
You're sure that's 2014 rules, or
Yeah.
cool? Cool. All right.
Yeah, it's definitely an action to move it because it's a lot of damage. So,
Sure.
Okay, I will drop Moonbeam. No longer concentrating on that, and I will. Actually, it's so much more damage. Whatever. I'd rather hit it with a sword. I will hit it with a sword.
All right.
That's a 26.
26 hits.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put some Divine Smite on that.
Oh.
We'll spend. I gotta keep scrolling back and forth because I can't just click on a spell.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
give me a second. Or on a thing. Divine Smite. Okay. 2d8 for a first level spell slot plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than first. Okay. So I'm going to put we'll just do a first level on that. So 3d8 plus 6.
Okay. Wonderful.
Okay. It's
I
21.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now thinking of 3d8 plus 6, I don't think you can not kill him. Paint me a picture, Astor. How do you end this visage of the judge in front of you? I
There's
wanted
definitely some.
to kill you.
Well, this is what it feels like, and I lop his head off. Just a thump up. Yeah. Yep.
Dissolving immediately into like a puddle of this silvery goo. As his head hits the ground, his body burning and bubbling, and then in that silver goo dissipates onto the stone floor of this place.
I don't like pretenders.
That was the guy who was running your trial, wasn't it?
Yeah, so maybe I'm off the hook. Do you think we can go get Balo and Chimera now? Chimera? A person I've known my whole life.
Chimera, I think.
Chimera. Maybe Vanille? You could go get them?
I could
Because
try,
you're not known
sure.
to the people, or you're not...
My blade
known
is
as a
known to a
criminal
few
so
of them,
much?
but sure, I don't mind. This is fine. Will you wait for me before you zip-zap us out of here? Of course.
Of course. If you're not back in like a few hours, we'll come find you. We would never leave you. Honin would not let us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still in the zone of truth. You know that, right?
That was in the room.
And everything I said was true.
Dash, you make it to the rune room that you were looking for. Pow. Yep. Let that sink in for a second.
Hey.
Hey.
Well, that's not cool, Landy.
You don't see Astor in the runes.
Damn it.
That's weird. You were hoping that maybe she'd go straight here. You could try the forge. That's where Honin usually hangs out. And probably, honestly, getting the forge lit would be really important to getting the castle out of here.
I'm not gonna make a stink about this.
Uh-huh.
So I'll just play along with your bullshit. Yes, I will now head to the forge. Since my character went to the rune room instead. Of
That's
course,
what you
we both knew
said you
the
wanted,
difference.
right? You wanted to go there? I think that's what you said.
I wanted to go where
You thought Astor was...
Astor was going.
Yeah.
And Adam, thought I said teleportation room.
Yeah.
In my head, I meant wherever she's going, whatever it is. But this is fine.
How in the world would you know that? Yeah, no, I like it.
Know what?
Where Astor was
I thought,
going to go.
I mean, in my head, I thought that there was like a
They both knew I was coming to work
plan
on the
from-
forge. Yeah.
from last session, right? Like that was like we sent him there. So, but again, this is cool. I'm in. I'm okay.
Fair. All right.
This is not making a stink. I'm not making a stink.
Okay. All right.
Just a stench.
Just a little fragrance. I will head for the forge.
All right. start to move up in that direction. Second floor is where that forge is going to be on the eastern. I'm sorry, on the western side. Dash. How best do you think you can get this ring off of Honin, who's standing in front of you?
Persuasion.
Give me a little moment here. Maybe ask for the ring or whatever you're thinking here.
This is also so like I don't know how you expect all the mechanics of this to work, but
I have
like,
no idea.
When I played that dash and cast Vicious Mockery, I was using my Gesture of the World,
Yes.
Vicious Mockery. That's what casts 4d12 damage.
100%.
And I don't think it's particularly fair if real Dash doesn't have that, but this Dash is about to use the other Jester of the World trait,
Okay.
imbuing himself with advantage on persuasion checks until they take a long rest again. So I will have advantage. But again, so this is right after like the judge's head has been lopped off.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I've been there. I helped kill the judge.
Indeed.
Friends, I apologize for this place. There's a reason I left and didn't come back for years and years and years. Listen, Honin, I don't. You should have been there in the trial. These people are monsters. They're going to do terrible things to us. As you can see, the judge came right for you trying to get that ring. I feel immensely guilty that I brought us here. I made the decision. I chose the rod. I sent the Citadel and all of us into this terrible place. I insist. I don't want either of you or anybody to get hurt on my account. I'll take the ring. That way, if anybody else gives us trouble, I'll be the one to deal with it. And remember, I can't die until I keep my promise to the stranger. We established that last session. So, it's actually quite wise for
in the
me.
Fey realm. Yes.
Yes.
It's the only other caveat.
So, it is safer with me while we're here for the next few hours.
Would you like to
And
give
is that all true?
Because
Because I have not moved, so I'm still standing in the zone of truth, which lasts 10 minutes.
that's true.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I.
Yeah. That's
What do you think, Andy?
So, also, Honin,
whatever
you
he-
are really dubious about how this spell is seemingly affecting some of the creatures here, because also Astor should not have been able to lie so blatantly about that. So you're a little dubious about how it works, and yet, Dash, I think all of that is true as well. I don't think you get
And
any sort of ping or anything there. Yeah.
and it all tracks with kind of what we had discussed before the trial started, I think. Like the details around I can't die, and also he does feel guilty about bringing. So yeah, I performed all of that as like thinking that it was true for the character Dash. I'm assuming that whatever this thing is has access to Dash's maybe thoughts or memories or something, or at least can represent them pretty accurately.
Honin, you're walking around the throne room alone, wondering,
Jesus fucking Christ!
wondering where everyone is. Maybe they're at the forge. That's fine. Maybe you'll head up there. Or would you like to go somewhere else?
I mean, I can't imagine having left the forge.
Actually, now that you think about it, how did you get down here? That doesn't really make sense. You don't remember leaving the forge. And yet you find yourself in the throne room. Something strange is going on here.
Yeah, I will head back down that way.
All right, yeah. You run into Vanille, who looks very strangely at you. Oh, fuck. Did you just... For... Do I need to kill you? I'm afraid I do. She pulls out a rapier.
Andy, in case you didn't see, Rev is asking to take a break real quick.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
So I don't know if we can.
This would be a heavy rev scene. So, like, yeah,
Yeah.
why don't we take a break then, real quick?
But that's a
as-
great cliffhanger.
As Vanille
take a
pulls
break.
out a rapier. Yes, let's do that. 10, 15 minutes-ish, and we'll be right back, friends.
Sounds good.
Bye. Hello, friends. We're back. Welcome back
And we're in roll 20.
with us. And they're actually in roll 20.
It
Hey.
I
happened.
can see my character sheet.
Oh my gosh.
That's a big
Beautiful.
one.
It's a thing of beauty. Thank you, Roll20, for getting all that sorted and fixed. I'm sure you did it because we're live.
They got all of our angry tweets.
I love it. All right. All right. After the fire in the hallway dies down, after the weird silvery blood of these things seeps into the stones of this place, the three of you take a moment and kind of breathe heavily and sort of get your bearings again. A couple minutes after this, Vanille limps up the stairs. Just in a fight on her own, evidently. She says, I seem to have run into another one of you. Let's just fucking go. This is... I don't know what's happening, but I think we should just leave. Below, I'm just...
Another one of like of us.
Yes. I don't understand what's happening. Could you produce the ring for me? Just to look at. To make sure that it's you.
Oh wait, just take a step back.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it out and then I'll look at
Okay,
all three of them.
It seems this is the real one. Let's go. Belo will be fine on his own. I just fought one of these things again. Perhaps if we leave this Feywild, the connection that they have to such powerful magics will be severed.
Andy, the judge is dead. I'm no longer under the effect of that charm spell, correct?
You are not. Excuse me. You do not feel those effects anymore. Even if that wasn't the real judge or whatever, leaving this realm would also solve that 100%.
Okay. So Dash is not going to have a Bilbo in Rivendell moment where he transforms briefly. It's mine.
Not because of this. Yes.
Cool.
All right. All you need is then an item from that material plane to be able to cast the spell once again, Dash, and get us back into that world.
An item from the material plane. But I don't have to be the one to do it, right? Whoever has the ring can do it.
Yeah, you're the one that has at least the most experience with the spell now.
Okay.
But theoretically, anyone else could do it.
And we don't need one of the rods or anything. Whatever we need it's been done with the forge, right?
So the magics that will allow you to teleport the entire citadel, Honin got that working, and the forge is lit. Okay. All of that is there. The only thing you need is just like a beacon, some item from the material plane that works. Technically, all of your items have been transformed into Fey items now, Dash. So you just
I'll offer
a sword,
tiny harpsichord.
The tiny harpsichord. Would be attuned to that
harpsichord
plane
It
of
all comes
existence.
back to the harpsichord.
Oh, so was it only all of Dash's items that transformed? Is
Correct.
That what you said?
Yeah. Since you got sort of
Okay.
reconstituted in the Feywild. Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's use Astor's harpsichord.
All right. And you begin
Do
to
I
cast
need to put on the
spell.
put on the ring? And
Yeah. Yep. You slip that ring on. It was much tighter on your chubby fingers, but the younger you slips easily right on. And you feel that connection now to the forge, to the runes of this place. You're magical. You can bring the entire citadel back to the material plane. The question is, where?
Right. So yeah, so Dash is like, he's getting started. He's like getting the whole process and the arcanic energies flowing. He's connecting with the forge. And it feels like something really meaningful is about to happen. And then he opens his eyes. He's like, "Wait, where are we going?"
So you have several.
Wasn't the whole city kind of in lava flows or something when we left it, and that's why we left, or like it was on fire and under attack?
No. So the flood of these creatures was coming from the citadel, and you
The call
fixed
was coming
that.
from inside the
Yeah.
house.
Got it.
And then
Okay.
teleported the citadel. You teleported the citadel away and fixed that. So really, Bovalia, actual city, is safe. You all made sure of that.
Can we just plop it back? Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom style, just smushed into the spot where it belongs.
Possibly, or at least get pretty close to it. Setting the citadel back to the material plane in a heavily populated area like that,
Yeah, that's
if you're off just a little bit, might have pretty disastrous consequences.
And if people are standing in it.
Is there any like oh sorry.
Oh no, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I was just gonna ask, are there any like areas that are still technically like what you would call in the kingdom, but like a large field or a lake that we think would not necessarily be populated, that would still be close enough to the city proper where people would feel safe going back and forth?
It's a little difficult because the city is built into mountains, and so maybe if it's not too deep in the bay, that's not too far away. Maybe there.
Causes a tsunami just
Yeah.
to.
There is something like Kaimara's voice though in your head. There's something here about maybe this army of flame. You have a citadel technically filled to the brim with running waters that, upon touching fire elementals, disintegrates them.
So
At least there's a thought here of, what if we plop this down in a more strategic
yeah.
place to deal with this
So
army?
back in the first session, there was the whole like meeting with the advisors and stuff and with the king about the fire army marching on Cliff Mill, and there was some kind of confusion about like why are they doing that, and some indecision maybe on the part of Feldspar about how to respond to that. I know that, so like, I mean, I found my way to, like, it made sense to roleplay Dash as coming from a place of principle and trying to push Feldspar to be the best king he could be, which is to like take a stand and defend people who are defenseless, right? And in the final moment of moving the Citadel, part of Dash's calculation was like he was kind of taking the Cliff Mill situation into account. He was trying to think through like, well, what could motivate, now in Feldspar's absence, what could motivate the forces of Bavalia to like do the right thing and get involved and fight this fire army, because I think Dash intuits that this is a bad thing and something needs to be done about it. So he was thinking that maybe like the disappearance of the Citadel in the aftermath of an attack by fire elementals that I don't know if everybody saw, or like people who would be left behind are aware of it. So anyway, so like certainly, I guess I say all that to say that like certainly Dash like would be thinking about that, especially if there's like danger of like, you know, yeah, dropping the Citadel on people. He doesn't want to do that. He's aware of the fire army. Yeah, I just don't know how much of this is going to be like. How is Dash going to ask Honin and
Well,
Astor for their?
if we're strategizing places that we can put it, I at least don't know those places. But if Astor has an idea, then if we can get a map, if we can, circle back to the library, the throne room, the war room, whatever,
Yeah.
look at the map, see where our last knowledge of kind of intensive fighting, where that's kind of also strategically between the fighting and the city that we're from, things like that, where, we
Yeah.
can kind of be defensive, offensive, place ourselves in a good spot. Sure, I would definitely like take a minute to study a map and pick a spot that looks good that way.
I think as you're walking and talking about this, heading down to that war room, that inner chamber behind the throne room, the one with the fissure that Dash had to leap over at the end of the first episode. As you get down there, you also notice that fissure is closing. That crack in the foundations of this citadel is healing. The rubble is beginning to smooth out. And as you open the door to that war room to check the maps, you see a very tired Arakokra already poring over them. Chimera has found their way back to the temple. As you step back in, they've circled several elements of the map of the sort of nation of Bovalia. And they look up at the three of you.
Hi, Chimera. A lot of fuckery going on.
Yes. What was the first thing that Feldspar said to both of us after your coronation?
And I say whatever it was.
If you'd like to make it up, I'll go along with it. Or
Sure. Okay. Yeah. After his coronation?
yours, sort of after you took over
Okay,
from
when
Alba.
I took over. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he patted me on the shoulder and he said, "Your Uncle Alba left big shoes to fill." And I said, "Yep." And that was it. That was the whole interaction.
He then takes something out of his pocket and produces a ring that is the seal of the house of Elkane as well. And this, you'll notice, he gave to me at the end of my own coronation. Trusted me with letters for his own house, yes. Welcome, friends. What the fuck
lock the door.
are we going to do now? The door is locked. You are the only four that you see in the war room here.
Well, Chimera, Honan, why don't you tell Chimera what you've been up to?
Yeah, so we can go back. It works. And there's some magic left in the castle from the Feywilds. It seems it's changing, it's adapting, and I'll describe the stained glass window, how it's changing to depict a new moment in its history. It's
I didn't like that, by the way. They should have done the current me in my best form, you know?
Yeah. Maybe in one of
All
the
forms
paintings.
are beautiful.
As you say that,
Oh,
Dash,
thank you.
on the door behind you, the wood begins to sort of raise up in certain areas that is now depicting a svelte, very cool Dash.
It's listening.
That's nice. That's cool. We might be taking a few steps back in media representation of fat bodies, but okay.
Just embrace fat phobia right now.
It has
Oops.
somehow sunglasses get now put on the thing. You're starting to recognize that there's like a sense of humor in this depiction. That is,
the castle's being sarcastic.
it looks almost like it's making fun of you for desiring such a thing.
Okay.
The castle made this art of you ironically.
It's a teenager. It's going through its teenage
The
years.
castle is sassy.
Like,
What can I tell you?
Ash
It's a
wants to look cool.
It's a sassy
Anyway,
fortress.
sorry, Honin, continue.
Yes. So we can go back, but Dash had the wonderful question of where should we go back to? Because taking it back to where it was, there's a little bit of danger involved in getting it placed right and people being there, excavations or whatever.
Well, we know the destination of that fire army. That poor town has no defenses. None. They're going to be wiped out. Unless there was maybe a citadel. A place for people to run to. I remember Feldspar once preferring to be a shield for people than a sword. Maybe this is our opportunity. What happens if we plop it right in the fields north of Cliffmill? If a fire
Not
army
far
is...
from what I was thinking.
If it's posturing, we could squish a few of them.
I think maybe we could do even a little better than that.
Okay.
They want the fire here. We've got some of the Feywild still. I think we could set a pretty damn good trap.
Oh, now this I like. All right.
We do have 21 children's and a choral director just to keep track of, so...
That we don't let him through the walls. Defend the keep with everything we have. Yeah? Is that all right? And he kind of pats the walls a little bit. You hear a bit of creaking and groaning, perhaps.
I think this is what Feldspar would have wanted. I think I'm the last of us who saw him alive as he was fighting. And that's not an inaccurate assessment, Andy, right?
Correct.
Like, from
as-
what
as-
Feldspar in his final moments, like,
Especially of the three of you, you were the last to see.
yeah. And I forget if Honin or Chimera would have been there. I don't think so, but it's worth noting also that Banana Bee said something quite casually during the trial about the material plane not being long for this world.
That's true.
That
It's
it,
probably gonna go away pretty soon. Banana Bee is sitting in the corner.
ah,
Ah!
Penelope, listen, we've had a hard day.
What?
Where did you come from?
If you say my name, I can pop up like that.
Oh, great.
What's going on in here, clients?
I unlock the door and I open it and I shove Banana Bee out and I close
What's
it
that?
again. And I say from now on, we say, "Bee who must not be named."
That's great. He's just yeah, that's perfect.
Dismissed.
You hear him just
Sorry, did we
scratching at the door a
something?
tiny bit to be let in.
Did we need
Oh,
the fox for something? I feel like we didn't, right?
He's your lawyer, but
no.
that is not a priority.
Look, full send. Let's just do it. We're wasting. Is there daylight in the Feywild? We're wasting something. I'm sure. I think if we know that that's going to be a strategic spot for assisting whatever war effort is going on, then, and if Honin and Dash can make it happen between the two of you with the magics you've got a handle on, let's do it.
Yeah. One question though before we go. There's when someone dies here, they get kind of dispersed into the area. I think Feldspar was alive still right when we made a jump. I don't know if the castle, that persona you're seeing is him. If not, if we go back before figuring it out, it might not be there anymore. I don't know that he'd want to come back. He's fought a long time. Didn't seem to want to fight no more until the end. So I don't know if being brought back is something he'd want. But whatever makes up what we are inside, it's linked to the castle, at least as long as we're still in the Fey realm.
That will go away when we go back to the material realm.
I don't know, but it happened because we're here.
I worry that the fact that the dragon god Basmanut, did I get it right?
Oh yeah.
That bond between Feldspar and Basmanut is broken, and Feldspar lived a long, unnatural life due to it. If in some way he were to be back now, I don't think it would automatically restore, and he might simply perish of old age before our eyes.
And I think each of you in your own way in dealing with Feldspar felt a tiredness, a weariness over the last maybe even couple years that had not been there previously. As you're sort of talking this out, you're doing your due diligence as counselors to this man, but the more you talk, the more you sort of go, yeah. I don't think that he would desire a return in any form.
He left everything that's needed to install a new ruler.
I'm recalling correctly though? Didn't Astor is now the new champion of Basmanut, right?
Correct.
Do we all know that?
At least Dash does.
Yeah.
Since you sort of saw that transformation with the fight, with the
Yeah.
fire giant.
So definitely Dash was waiting on I mean, when it came to like the decision about what to do with the Citadel, I think he was ultimately waiting to hear Astor say, let's do it. So that's good. And yeah, I think Astor is kind of like queen bitch right now.
Yeah, well, because I think that information of like, oh yeah, it's permanently broken now.
Yeah.
Honin would be like, how do you know?
I mean, do you ask that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Dash will look meaningfully at Astor and look at Honin again. Hmm?
Well, I maybe talked to Basmanut about it a little bit, and it's me now. I have it now. I
Oh.
look at Carmira and I like don't meet Carmira's eyes.
Who's just staring down still at the table. You immediately feel there might have been a potential that they could have been the successor. And
Well, then they should have gotten in there.
well,
No, that's fine.
Oh. Does that mean we're your council now?
No. Being the champion of Basmanut, I don't think has anything to do with ruling Bovalia. I think that there's one person who has a rightful, and the paperwork that's needed to prove it exists and is in her care.
Huh.
So if we want to install ourselves as someone council, I think to find out if she has in ruling. Or perhaps first make sure that there's something true.
Yeah.
Well-
This place on them.
Fortunately for us, we don't need a ruler for Bavalia. We need a ruler of whatever the fuck we're about to do right now.
Cool. Well, let's go home. Or as close
To the
it as we can
forge.
get. To the forge. If you see anyone who looks like anybody that we know, chop their heads off right away.
yeah, I mean, technically, you don't have to go to the forge. You could do it from in
Oh.
here. But since the forge is already lit, up to you.
Is there going to be any kind of like whirlwind and we all fall over, or potential that this goes badly? Like, should I go see to the children? Or are they safe?
I mean, they made the jump here pretty safely. So
Okay.
you sort of assume that even perhaps the castle will look out for them. But
Okay. Okay, great. I just didn't know if I should like tell them like brace for impact, Okay. Let's do it.
all right.
Is it worth exploring the question of whether these kids would be safer in the Feywild than going to Cliffville?
Oh, you don't really think that this place is
Okay,
Yeah.
this place is terrible.
This
All right.
sucks.
We're getting way
Right.
too close to my actual and I'm like, let's veer away from reunification questions. Children separated during disaster from parents.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Woohoo.
Cool.
All right. The power is there. Dash, would you like to cast a spell and bring this back to the material world?
Yes, back in the forge, we'll restart the process, attuning to the forge, and also, I guess, including in the spell and the process, maybe I guess it's not clear to Dash or to me, Adam, what's going like if the spirit of Feldspar is in the Citadel, and I'm not sure what going back to the material plane is going to do. He'll also make sure to imbue the moment with a good old bye Feldy kind of feeling.
Sounds good.
Just in case this is it. But yeah, otherwise, let's do it.
All right. Your hand on the forge. Instinctively, all three of you kind of place a hand on the forge. You look up to that stained glass that is now completed in the corner. The champion of Basmanut, silhouetted by the moon behind. The master forge of the forge standing stalwart against the forces of fire that are here. And then in the background, you see a small seaside town and a citadel right next to it. As you cast the spell,
I'm so sorry.
yes,
Before any of this, I guess it's worth so. Rev, you had Honin make a really good point, or have the idea of like setting a trap, and I want to make and also so as part of the world's jester thing, Dash has the ability to do something called grand distraction, which he's able to use the citadel itself to cast major image, a gigantic illusion within the halls or above the castle itself. I am wondering if we think that that is something worth implementing, or some kind of major like illusion, like now, or in preparation for when we arrive in the material plane. Like we're entering like we're going to be on the fringes of a huge combat. We are intending to have this citadel be a place of safety and protection for people, I suppose. I open the board to my fellow players to help me like think through the potential implementation, and if so, when, of something like major image on the castle.
The things that I can do with the castle to lend towards this idea of a trap is I can light the forge, which is essentially what was kind of happening in that first episode, that the forge is going and these things are drawn to it. And then the other thing I can do is called Open the Floodgates, which will flush this ethereal water through the halls and the surrounding areas of the citadel, turning fire elementals into ash.
So part of that would be then actually trying to lure as many bad guys into the citadel as possible.
Yeah.
Or to it
they...
in the immediate area.
Yeah.
Or to it on the out. Okay.
Motivated by killing Feldspar, were they not? There was a lot of intrigue and attempt. Is it because he was king, or because he was champion of it?
Well, and because so I believe Ragnar is the dragon. That is.
Yeah. So essentially, issuing a as the new champion could be the thing that pulls, like lightning rod, right? Pulls people to us. Then we unleash the flood.
And or specifically Ragnar,
and or
if
die.
he is there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I think they'll march on the citadel one way or the other. Plant it between the army and the town.
So I guess so maybe. Do you think the grand distraction is worth like saving for now? Like we don't necessarily want to hide or disguise the citadel. Like that might come in handy at a later point, being able to cast major image. Let's just get there.
Yeah. Assess the situation.
Assess the situation. Okay. That makes sense. I apologize for cutting off your what was I'm sure is going to be an epic description, Andy.
No, it's fine. You cast the spell.
No,
you're good. You're good. All three of you have a hand on the forge. That stained glass is now completed. You feel the magics of this place. You touch the harpsichord that will anchor you back in that material plane. So now, Dash, if you're casting the spell, I need a check. I'll let you sort of decide how you want to do this. I want you to decide how you can best steer this to the exact spot that you want to around Cliff Mill. What kind of check might Dash do? I can give you some options if you're not thinking of anything.
No, I think I know, and it kind of connects already with what I was saying about trying to be connected with the spirit of Feldspar
Sure.
in the Citadel to the extent that he remains present in that, or even yeah. And also, so Dash has advantage on persuasion checks,
Okay.
and he is Feldspar's jester and personal advisor, and he spent his life trying to be clever and progressive and transgressive in his conversations with Feldspar and trying to persuade him to live a little. Um, so I think it'll be a persuasion check. He's going to try to persuade the Citadel to go where we need it to go.
All right. Please give me a roll.
Ooh, let's see here. That's a dirty 20.
All right. As you cast the spell, everyone feels like just their stomach drop immediately. You feel somehow in free fall and glued to your spot at the same time. It is disorienting for a moment, but only a moment. As you hear the whoosh of air trying to escape all of a sudden a castle that appears out of nowhere. The immediate rush of the smell of smoke is the first thing that sort of triggers you are in a different spot immediately. The light pouring in is no longer this wonderful autumnal glow. It is a harsh yet diffused gray light streaming through the windows. With a 20, when you settle the Citadel down with the guidance of the castle itself, with the spirit of Feldspar imbued in the walls, you immediately, the three of you, rush to the ramparts and the windows. You see you have plopped the Citadel just north of this small town, and directly in the center of an army. There is flame and smoke all around the Citadel. You have had to have immediately dispersed hundreds of these creatures attacking this small town. You are right in the midst of everything. What would we like to do?
Is it like in the midst of, do I feel like we should draw them in closer for the waters?
Right, you're looking around. You feel like you could pack them in a little bit more if you wanted, but not much. You certainly have the element of surprise. It would certainly be incredibly effective in this moment due to the amazing placement of Dash to use those. It's up to you.
I think I'd look to the two of them.
Yeah, I mean, if we're up and we can see around, I think do it. I think take the moment that we have it and don't let them think up a defense. Don't let them think up an alternative.
Okay. Yeah, I will use open the floodgates.
All right. Honin, as you connect to the walls again of this place, you feel a certain stewardship over what's going on here with the with almost the connection with the mind of the Citadel. As you reach out with your essence into this building that has meant so much to all of you throughout the years and have been such a symbol of peace and prosperity in Bovalia, you do something devastating to the army that is outside. as you release the floodgates, the walls themselves begin to seep this liquid that it's been storing. A rush of water through the halls, out every sort of window on that first floor, out that first major gate, spilling into the area around, and you just hear the screams and hisses of evil incarnate disintegrating into ash all around you. As the calm of that first initial push begins to fade back into a chaos of war, what's next, friends?
So that was destructive. That made a huge
That made a dent.
dent.
Initially, as you almost had that prepared, ready to do that, if the moment looked right, you now sort of look out and assess a bit of the situation here. You see one of the flanks on the eastern side of the town, 50 to 100 Goliath horse riders riding into battle, skirmishing with forces of fire on that side. You see several ships in the bay that it's a little hard to tell from this distance, but they seem to be battling something under the water. If flame could live underwater, it seems like they're attacking from that way as well. You see halflings on the makeshift ramparts of this town, with bows and arrows shooting and defending the walls. You see 2 white dragons circling and defending the town itself, diving down where they believe the skirmish is most precarious and helping out. You see rolling smoke and fog then filling the entire area, and barely in the distance in the west you see the peaks of the Bovalian mountains, and just over some of the peaks would be that Bovalian city. And you look, trying your best, hoping that maybe there's an army marching in this direction. But you don't see anything at the moment.
There was an army that was being outfitted by Honin, right? That was one of the things that was kind of going on that we discovered last game or 2 games ago.
Sure,
Yes,
yeah.
that he had kind of secretly been sending out people to deal with problems,
Yeah.
and that they were being outfitted underneath the forge.
Yeah. And there was a standing army in Bovalia City itself. If you're not exactly sure how long you've been gone, time has been weird with the Feywild. But if Larea and maybe whatever help that she has is able to rally the forces of Bovalia, perhaps they too are on their way. But now seeing
Don't I have a magical steed? What's that horse's name? Pegasus?
you do.
Funny.
It was something funny. It was like not like stink or anything, but it was like
It was something like moldy. It was like
Yeah, I just
Crumbs
listened to it on
or
the
something.
podcast.
I forget what it was.
yeah. Well, I can summon it with a summon greater steed or whatever it's called.
You're on the same plane of existence.
Okay. I don't have that spell apparently prepared. But we did have a long rest that we.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say it was prepared.
Let's do it.
Find steed. Okay. Have it. Second.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna click long rest.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard to find things all the time? Okay. If the gosh, I wish I remember. name was. It was a Pegasus. It was a flying horse.
Yeah.
I remember it could fly because it's greater steed, just regular steed. um, I will summon it to me if it's still in existence. Otherwise, I'll have to spend like I think an hour casting
Okay.
steed and greater steed.
Great. It is not dead. It was probably just waiting for you to return in Bovelia City, but you summon it to you in this moment. Yeah. What would you like to do
Fabulous.
now that you have a flying
Well,
horse?
can I go? What do you think, guys? Should I? I'm thinking go scout, see what's over the mountain, and see if I can like rally people to come. I would take you. I would like to take you with me. I don't know the means by which I can do.
I've got a little bit of work I could still do here, so
Okay. It's gonna take me a hot minute to get over there.
it looks far.
Do you take off then? Or are you waiting for Dash? Or okay.
Yeah, I don't know if Dash had. I mean, I don't.
I think Dash is inclined to stay here because of his own his whole relationship with Feldspar was kind of rooted in like I will die, or my punishment will be to fight on the front lines of the next war, the Bavalia fights. So he feels like he owes it to Feldspar to actually. All right, this is it. This is his punishment for trying to steal that ring all those years ago.
All right. Wonderful. Astor.
Yeah, I guess I'm heading off to the mountains to see if there are reinforcements coming.
Wonderful. Astor, you leap onto your Pegasus, streak through the sky. Immediately, there's a trail that just like that looks just like a rip in space and reality, and beyond stars and nebula. Anyone looking at this tiny thin line would see beyond the known galaxies. You faster than anything that you've ridden on your Pegasus Crumbly before, or
It was so funny. It was something like mold. It was like really
yeah, it was dirt or something, or
yeah. Oh, well.
great, excellent. Dash, what would you like to be doing?
Is there any sign of? So I know we saw the two white dragons.
Yes.
Is there any sign of Ragnar?
Give me a perception check.
Sure. I could do that. If I open my sheet here. Perception. 18.
18. With an 18, you get the sense of an incredibly large beast. Something glowing red in the smoke. Something that you just get hints of an outline of. Whatever it is, it's massive. And it's shooting flame every once in a while, glowing an entire side of the battlefield in this orange pale sick. Perhaps that's him.
I'm torn because part of me was thinking about maybe using the major image spell to taunt Ragnar, but also we've got these at least like these 21 kids in the Citadel, so maybe I don't want to make it any more of a target than it already is. For the wrath of it's a red dragon, right?
The red dragon, the head of its order. If that's Ragnar, it's Yeah.
I do not feel confident in knowing how to use that spell right now.
Great. That's fine.
I will maybe hold tight and maybe just see if there's any way I can support Honin if he's got other ideas for ways to use the Citadel right now. Um, and if it reaches the point where the Citadel ceases to be a relatively safe position, then I think Dash would try to find the kids and the choral director to try to
Fair, yeah.
give them a fighting chance. I think that's maybe where his priorities are right now.
All right. Excellent. Yeah, so as Astor takes off, the response from the army is quick. They're immediately beginning to carefully make their way back into those now ashen fields around the citadel. You see several streaks of flame rise up into the air, and you're from your vantage point at this point, you're barely able to make out. These seem to be wizards of sort that are now advancing on the citadel. You see 3 of them rising up and floating closer to you, beginning to cast a spell. The middle one,
Three wizards?
wizards, yes.
Oh my god, wizards are the fucking worst.
The middle one,
So it's them.
yes.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
That's okay.
But also,
Yeah.
Dash will be like if there are people if they're like now approaching forces to the Citadel again, Dash will save the grand distraction for later, but he will be ready to cast mass mockery to make fun of 50 creatures within 200 feet of the Citadel.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would absolutely like if it's clear we see these like 3 wizards rise up and float towards us, I'm gonna fire the catapults at them.
Excellent. 100%. So the
So
middle
when are they within 200 feet is the question.
the middle wizard takes his hands, breaks them apart, and there's just this line of a white searing flame between his hands. Then, as he moves his hands around, behind him, you just see immediately popping into the air a broiling sun. A 2D image, huge behind him, giving off a glaring light. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws, or be affected by this blinding light.
Constitution save.
20?
20's excellent.
That's my good one.
Yeah.
15.
15? 15's enough. Both of you are able to shield your eyes just enough to prevent some sort of ocular assault from this glaring light. Astor, behind you, you see this this sun nearly appear on the battlefield behind you. You know your friends are in a tough spot, but you're getting close to the foothills already. Do you want to do something to try to push Grimy to go faster, or to
I think it's a celestial being. I am a semi-celestial being. I think it's just a like connection with this being of like this. Nothing has ever been more right, rather than any type of like physical spurring it on or words or anything. It's like a more metaphysical connection with this my little grimy Pegasus.
What skill do you most associate then with that sort of connection?
I think it's like I think it's a charisma based thing. I think the charisma like really represents like personality, and I think like Astor's core their heart. It's about their duty, and like that comes first, and that
Sure.
when duty calls, like they must be there. So that to me is like a push. So I would call it a charisma thing. I would,
Let me pitch you something. All right.
yeah.
Astor, you are trying everything you can to fly as fast as you can. What's holding you back is just the fucking rules of nature themselves.
Yeah.
Could you intimidate the laws of reality
Yeah. Sure.
to allow you to slide frictionless through the air at a speed faster than should be possible?
I'd love that. I'd love to intimidate the laws of nature. All right. I'm rolling.
All right.
That's an 18.
18's good.
I'm okay, if you think so.
Do you-
I rolled pretty low on the die. It's only a 9
Okay.
on the die. I'm going to spend a lucky point.
Let's do it.
And try again. I want more than that. It's going to be worse. Okay, that's a 26 intimidation. To the
26
laws
is
of
great.
nature.
To the
The
laws of
personification
nature.
of physics, I would like to say, fuck you. I've got places to be.
Yes.
Oh,
Which
we've
is
all
also
been
how I
there.
wish I could treat my commute. But
Your connection to the beast, your connection to the way in which reality works here. There is a potent amount of celestial energy in the air, which is concerning but not, you're putting that aside for a moment. There shouldn't be this ease of connection at the moment, and yet there is. So that's weird. You part the air. You create a vacuum in a space that should not be allowed here. There is then nothing but a straight, brilliantly fast Pegasus shot toward over the mountains. You should be then able to assess anew on the next sort of turn. Wonderful. All right, we've fired the catapults at these wizards. Go ahead and give me the D10. How many catapults hit these motherfuckers?
Let's find out together. 10.
yes! Yes! Kill some wizards. Let's go.
Honin stands on the overhanging balcony that overlooks a courtyard and sloping down into the front gates, the initial foyer area. You see over the citadel. You just feel this entire citadel is on your side. There's fucking no way Feldspar's not with you in this moment. He's not gone. He is absolutely listening to everything you say, and when you ask to release the catapults, every single boulder that shoots from the ramparts of this place smacks into these individuals. Give me the damage roll, and we're going to multiply it by 10.
By 10?
We're just gonna multiply it, unless it's a shitty roll, and then we'll whatever.
No. So multiplied by 10 because of each of the hits,
Yeah.
270 points of damage.
Oh, yes.
You see all three of them shooting fire. You see one trying to summon meteors from the sky, and before any of those things actually connect with the citadel itself, they are decimated by rocks. You hear from so far away a splat in midair with everything that's going on.
The laws of physics bending that was happening on the other side of the world bent a little further to bring you the splat of wizards.
Push them, yeah.
Somehow the force of the rocks
Wizards are like, oh god, they're defending themselves somehow.
against the air. There is a splat in midair. You just see puffs from this distance, puffs of red as these things are destroyed. Oh,
I love the idea that wizards die like pigeons. They just
when you throw 10 catapults at them, they do. Yes. Um, that threat is immediately taken care of. And Dash, you were running in to check on the individuals. Uh, so you go to the spot that Astor had told you these individuals were being kept. There's no door here, and you are looking around. You're like, no, I'm pretty sure they were right here, and you're sort of touching the wall. You see the window panes behind you, the ironwork in the windows sort of curve up into a bit of a smile. It seems like the castle is hell-bent on protecting these individuals.
Okay, cool. I feel good about that then.
All right. Wonderful. Astor, as you soar over the mountains, you
Come
see
on, give us an army, Andy.
in the distance the firelight of camps of individuals walking in lines. There is an army from Bovalia marching in this direction.
Fabulous. How long is it going to take them to get there?
From where they are, without
Yeah.
any sort of intervention or help or anything, 7 or 8 hours.
Oh, yeah, hours. Okay, that's not nearly as bad as I.
Yeah, they have this mountain to get over, and then most of them are on horses. They could be there somewhat quick. 7 or 8 hours, given the state of things,
Oh, is bad.
may
Yeah.
be there to clean up. But you're very worried about the people of this town.
Okay. Can I get to them?
You absolutely
this
can.
turn?
Yeah. You soar,
Loraya
fly
there?
down. You look around. There's a lot going on. People are still picking up supplies from sort of the night before. Everyone's quickly getting on their horses, and you hear a voice behind you. Astor.
Yeah. I turn around. Is it Loraya?
Loraya, seated on a magnificent black horse in ceremonial but functional armor, just a little smaller than perhaps made for a normal queen of Bovalia. But she looks regal. She looks
Hell yeah.
like immediately the people of Bovalia have accepted her.
Okay. Then
And she's
I
leading
will...
the army.
Yeah. Like skidding halt, vault off the Pegasus, fall to my knees, place my sword in front of her, and swear an oath in that moment to her as my new queen. And then I'm going to stand up and I'm going to pull her off of her horse and I'm going to deserves.
Oh, you cut out for just a second. You're gonna what? You're gonna kick her
I'm
or
gonna
kiss her? Oh, okay,
Kiss
good.
her. Yeah, I'm going to kick her, Andy. I'm going to kick her.
I don't know what you monsters are doing.
What kind of monster are you referring to when you say you monster?
You- Players, yeah, is what I'm referring to.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
You yeah, this is a wonderful moment. She embraces you and hugs you just so tight. The armor sort of
I guess
like
I have to take my
poking
helmet off for this. Yeah.
into you just a little bit.
Thing I never do. Take off.
All right, take off the helmet.
Okay. I would just like step back, convey like the whole citadel is by Cliff Mill. Honin did a thing and it helped a lot, but the fight is now, and we have to get you there like now. It's not an 8 hours from now thing, it's a now thing.
Okay, what can we do? She's thinking, she's looking like around. People are already hurrying. People are already moving fairly fast.
I have a really, 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 really far out there.
We've been
Stinky,
playing
stinky.
it really straight
Yeah,
so
fast and
far,
loose.
so
Yeah.
I
Okay,
don't
this is
know.
going to be extremely stupid, and you can say no to this, Andy, because it is bending so hard. I have the spell Banishment. It's one of my class spells.
Okay.
I'm taking the meaning of send them to their home plane of existence.
Okay.
How about just their home spell? And also transport an entire army via banishment instead of 2 people, which is how many spell slots I have for it. By bending the laws of physics with intimidation.
You hear a voice in your head. Are you mine? Or are you not? I can give you this power. I can give you what you desire. What will I get in return? What can Astor give me?
I can give you me. You asked, am I yours? I'm yours. And I'm like saying this in my head, and I'm
Yeah.
And
you're
I'm
what?
like-
I'm sorry, you cut out.
I'm looking at Lurea,
Yeah.
like realizing like this oath is going to get in the way of things, right? Or like if like I can't have it both ways, just like I couldn't have it both ways with Felds. And like if this is
Yeah.
going to be the thing that like wins the war, then that has to.
You're sacrificing what could very potentially just be a normal life.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving everything to the oath of being the champion.
Yeah, basically like writing that oath as the oath for Astor, as opposed to the oath to the crown, because that has been for Astor's whole life.
Yeah.
And really the way that Astor has seen it is like it's the core aspect to them is like this is the divine right of kings, and now this is just the divine right. There's cutting out the middleman.
Yeah. You get flashes of having to leave the Citadel behind. Having to leave Honin, leave Dash, leave Larea. To go off into solitude, if need be. You start to play out this... It's a last temptation of Christ moment. You're being shown the actual sacrifice of what your life may need to be if you accept the full power of Basmanut. And it's grim. It's a sacrifice indeed. Is this something Astor really wants?
Nope. It's not. It's not. It's not what Astor really wants. But I do think it is what Astor does. I think that Astor's entire life has been grappling with the question, who am I without duty? And they don't have they have the answer, I guess, now. Like they have like a sense of, like I could just be a servant to Larea, potentially their partner, whatever. But I think that they also know that like that would give up the potential for everybody that they care about, including Larea and them, to have a life period, because this war must be won.
All right. You feel this moon dragon god take every cell of your body. It's almost as if there's a type of death that occurs in this moment, and yet something else is reborn. Something incredibly powerful. Dash, you have run to the windows. The explosion of wizards in the air from the defenses of this citadel have cooled so many of those fire elementals that were advancing slowly and cautiously. There is a turning away from the citadel. They are focusing on any sort of individuals who might see the citadel as a place of refuge, as a place of hope. Anyone from the town who might be trying to escape to this moment, the fire army is turning immediately toward them. And yet, as you're looking out the front, down lower toward the main gigantic doors of this citadel, there's a small young halfling woman. They were probably a child. Wandering, stumbling toward something like hope. You can see her from this distance, soot covering her face, her hair matted with like mud. This is certainly a lost child. A child named Arian. Though Dash is unfamiliar with the politics of a small town of halflings called Diefield, she means a lot to a lot of people. And you kind of get that sense.
And she's right outside the window?
She's outside the main doors. Opening the doors is a little precarious. You're not exactly sure what threats are still here, what are out there, what are waiting. The citadel is really defended, and yet what's the use of being a shield if you let a kid languish in a field of ash?
Am I together? You're making me decide between trying to help the people who the fire army's turning on and this child.
I'm just giving you the lay of the land. Why don't you decide what to do?
I mean,
You could also do whatever you want. You could start playing a song, open a bed and breakfast,
sure, it's D&D. I can do whatever I want.
do your taxes.
I mean, it strikes. I mean, it seems like per your description, that the fire elementals that are still out there are turning to try to go after anybody who is coming toward the castle or coming here for safety.
Right, they've given up immediately attempting to breach the castle. That they recognize that this is an incredibly well defended structure. So unless something changes, they probably won't come here, and then they would be turning on the armies, the Goliaths in the field, the halflings on the walls. They just continue their advance on the city and ignore the citadel for now.
But there aren't any. You had described like people maybe coming to the citadel for safety.
Certainly.
Are there any citizens or civilians like doing that now?
It's a little difficult to see from your vantage point. It appears that outside these makeshift walls of this small town, there were camps set up. There were lots of other people in the area. They seem to be kind of running around. Their tents are burning. You imagine at least that the citadel being just here, so close, a place of safety for these individuals, but there's just an army between the city and the citadel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do I see any elementals currently threatening the girl?
No, she's close enough to the citadel at this point.
Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm inclined to do my mass mockery thing and just try to maybe clear as much of a path. Like if I can focus on like 50 creatures, that would make if I were to clear a path, kind of as much
Yeah.
of a path as possible to the Citadel, I might be inclined to do that.
So, what's the range on that? That's 200 feet
200 feet.
around the citadel. So, like,
Yeah.
you could hit probably a few of them. Most of them are just outside that range. 400 feet is kind of the main area. So, if
Okay.
there was a way to lure
Then
them closer or something, that would work.
I'm not luring them closer, Andy.
Well,
I'm going down and I'm opening the door to let the girl in, and I'm gonna go out.
okay.
I'm gonna go out and face the army, and I'm gonna go within range of them, and then cast mass mockery. This will be Dash's
Okay.
big. I, I don't know if it'll be final, but it'll be a big stand.
We'll be a big stand.
That way, I'm doing both. That way, I get the girl into safety, and then I keep going past her, and
Dash, you
I go to the front lines. This is what I promised Feldspar.
Dash, you run down. The doors begin to slowly open. The wooden supports of these gigantic doors begin to lift, so that by the time you get there, you can push and open them. And this young girl, still holding on to a small doll of a curly-haired young man, begins to bow her head and, gracious sir, thank you. I'm lost.
I'll direct her to. If there's an easy way to get her to where the smile was, go look for a smiling wall.
As you do that, you see through the cracks in the stone, some flowers begin to sprout, sort of guiding her up the stairs toward the second floor entrance. And you, Dash, rush out through the ash of this place. It's muddy. You run straight toward just a wall of flame. At this point, you can't see individual fire elementals who are trying to take the city. You just run toward a mass of flame. You get certainly within 200 feet of basically the walls, the northernmost walls of this town. If you'd like to try to carve a path, now would be the time.
I will do that. Now, with this mass mockery, is it allows me to cast vicious mockery on up to 50 creatures. Does it allow me to cast the Jester of the World vicious mockery? The 4d12 damage?
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right. How I don't know how we want to do the mechanics of that.
So it's a saving throw. Let me roll a whole bunch of dice here. I'm sure this is sonically pleasing. Okay. I've only rolled above a 10 once. There's a crit hit.
The dice want you to fail.
Jesus. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage, please.
4d12.
Yep. share what you say to them.
Yeah. Through the hot, ashy winds of war, Dash will shout and try to get the attention of as many of these fire elementals as possible.
Okay.
And he'll say, what do you call a bunch of fire elementals whose wizards just fucking died, who are about to die themselves, and are on the complete fucking wrong side of history? Some
What?
very...
One of them. What? What do you call them?
a group of very extinguished gentlemen.
Ah.
And how much damage was it?
30.
30. About 32 of these individuals immediately pop into ash. The others begin to scratch. If they had some sort of like physical head, they would be scratching at it and trying to get at their brains. They disperse in a line. And for the moment, there's a somewhat clear path for survivors of those at least outside the town to make their way toward the citadel. And Honin, what would you like to be doing?
Yeah, is there any other, like, everyone's kind of mixed up in battles.
Yeah.
Is there any other, like, strong place to fire the catapults where the defenders of the city wouldn't be as much at risk as the attackers?
I mean, if you could somehow lure that dragon,
Yeah,
that'd be a pretty big target. Other than that, yeah, it's a little tricky. The battle is getting close.
Boy, I think I put a hand on the castle wall. You know, it's you in there. I think things are about to get real rough. And there's still some people who need protecting in here. So you better damn well, for these last few moments, still be the shield. And I'm going to activate the forge.
The forge that has been lit at the center of the magic of this place. You push the limits of what this forge can do. Fire streams out several of the chimneys that branch off, that almost look like organ pipes to this place. And you hear a deep roar. Something that recognizes its own flame. As the refugees begin to rush toward the citadel, as the army of flame begins to close in around, as Dash, you are wondering if these are your final moments, as anyone in the area sees a gigantic red ancient dragon light into the air and streak toward the flames of the citadel. You hear horns from within the walls of the citadel. And out those front gates stream an army. An army clad in blue and gold. How all of this is going to resolve will be out of your hands a little bit. You've done everything that you can to give a fighting chance to the people of this town. You've summoned the army. You've defended the citadel. You've made it safe. You've made a shield, finally, when there was little between these people and the fires of the plane of fire, anything more than like a cloth. And you've given them something to rally around, to fall back to.
There's one more thing I'd like to do and give them, which is to finally to do the major image on the castle. And I think, but I'm split. I don't know. I might crowdsource this. Do I I have two ideas for. I want to put like a neon sign of just words above the castle. Mm-hmm. Either as the army's pouring out, just the words "Forever Blue, Endless Gold,"
okay,
as like "Go Bavalia," or in nice cursive courtesy of Basmanut, which would be. One of them is more maybe rallying and like inspiring for like the refugees to like come, but then the other one, I don't know, is a bit sassier.
Sassier.
What do you think?
Would probably piss off the dragon. What you feeling?
It feels like I don't know what this does or what this will do for the players in the future mechanically, but it almost feels like one does something to strengthen the defenders and the other one does something to perhaps make the enemy reckless, you know. So I think it like what would Dash be trying to do in that moment?
In my heart of hearts, I guess. I mean, Dash's mind is with the innocent and the helpless, the people who need defending. That's what he did. He came down to get this girl in. He cleared a path. He's helping as many of the refugees get over to the Citadel as possible. And I suppose it feels nice and fitting to have the words "Forever Blue" in neon blue and "Endless Gold" in gold in big neon lettering over the Citadel.
With Astor
Bright
flying on the
and
grimy
gleaming.
Pegasus across it.
Yeah.
Or the idea of it saying, you know, "Forever Blue, Endless Gold," but instead of those colors, it's Dash's original Motley colors.
By the way, is Dash in the material realms? Is he his 19-year-old self still,
Yes.
or did he revert to?
No,
Yeah,
still
okay.
himself.
All right,
Yep.
cool.
With bright, brilliant, shining colors, all of a sudden of these words, Astor streaking through the sky, Honin one with the defense of the Citadel and calling in a dragon. In those final moments, you see fire bursting into the air behind these words. There is not a soul here that would not be inspired by this. And I wish we
Now
had.
that's bardic inspiration. Bardic inspiration for everybody.
And I wish we had a whole nother one shot to do. With some 12, 13 hours of gameplay in this moment. But I will say, for just a bit of resolution, flashing forward to a time that is a little simpler, a little calmer. Honin sits on a balcony, sipping tea, having some toast, looking out over a new landscape. Or at least that's the hope. And I think that's where we're going to end. Forever blue, endless gold.
That's our flash forward for this session. I like it. Honin gets his flash forward finally.
I had an idea for a flashback of like Honin waking up in the ash of this, and then we're gonna revert. I don't know, but then Rev kind of said this.
How long have I been sleeping?
this beautiful little thing before we started, and I was like, nope, that's way better. So steal from your players, friends. Thank you so much for playing. I'm glad we wrapped up this one shot in such an epic fashion. I love your characters so much. And I promise I'll honor all of your decisions and all of your choices as the campaign also sort of wraps up. Thank you so much for being a part of that. And Rev, thank you so much for playing with us. God, you're just so great and so amazing. Everyone needs to go, hang out with the Crit Show. It's hilarious and fun and amazing and epic all in its own right. And just follow Rev any chance you get because this guy is very, very, very cool.
Or follow me around Walmart.
Yes, follow him around
streets.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Make sure you.
Rev, you've got just like the coolest, like sonically pleasing voice.
Oh,
like,
thank you.
Perfect for like Twitch and podcasting. I'm like, I would listen to Rev read the phone book.
This is so cool. It just happened today. But if you're in the Chicago area, in a couple of months, I'm going to be the voice that accompanies the Brookfield Zoo's dolphin show.
Hey,
That's
I know.
awesome.
So I'm gonna be like introducing the dolphins. And...
Oh, that's so great. Well, congrats. That's awesome. Yeah, that's really great.
Thanks.
Awesome. And thank you very much for everyone watching. We love you very much. The reason we do stories like this is to not only just hang out with our friends, which is a lot of it, but also just to feel powerful in a world that sometimes feels overwhelming. Stories can give us hope. They can be a citadel in the middle of a fire army. They can do amazing things like that. And so we're super privileged to be able to bring our goofiness and our fun to you in this way. And yeah, I hope that things are being okay for you. We love you so much. Thanks for listening. And yeah, we'll catch you next time, friends. Bye.
Good night.
Hey everyone, it was
A
mildew.
3-second streak, then back off.
Mildew
Yeah,
is
real quick,
what.
It was mildew. It was mildew.
It was
And then I
mildew.
named
Mildew's the
one
name
in-
of the thing. Okay, now
Yeah,
we'll go back
and
out.
then-